was that? Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George. If this is your first time here or you've been here before but haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And hit that thumbs up button for me and drop your comments. We're really close to 11,000 subscribers. So join the Knicks-Verse. And also memberships have become available, but I'll talk about that later. We're going to talk about this preseason game. Game number 4 is in the books. And man, was it a nasty affair to watch. It got better in the fourth quarter. Actually, towards the end of the third quarter, leading up to the fourth quarter, the Knicks went on a 15-0 run, bridging the two quarters of the second half. But they weren't able to close much closer within, they were once down 35 points in this game. That's right, 35 points. Shocking. All right, let's get into it here. So this is basically what happened. The starters were limited to these 5 right here: Clarkson, Brogdon, Yabusele, Dadier, and Deuce McBride. Cat was going to sit. Brunson sat. Basically, all the starters sat, and but Shamet and Hakporti have an illness, so they would have played in this game. And I think probably. I would venture to say that Hakporti would have definitely started. And then I'm not sure who else would have. I guess he would have started in place of, I don't know. It's hard to say. But he would have started. I think he would have made a big difference because the Knicks were severely out-rebounded in this game by, it ended up getting better towards the end, but at one point they were doubled up. It was 25 rebounds to 13 by the half. It ended up being 46-34. But I was excited. That's how much of a sicko I am. I was kind of intrigued and excited about this starting lineup to see what they were going to do. And to think that this lineup got their asses spanked by the lowly Washington Wizards is kind of shocking, honestly. Let's look at this. Here's the box score. So you can see, it's so ugly to look at. Look at the plus minus of the starters. Of the 5 starters, Dadier had the best plus minus, and it was a minus 20. Think about that. Brogdon a minus 30, and this game actually has me doubting Brogdon as being on this roster, honestly. I know you can't do it by just one game, but we're going to look at his entire preseason stats. But this, a minus 30, only 4 points. He was 2 of 7. Couldn't drain a three-pointer at all. Only took 1 three-pointer. Yeah, finished with 3 assists, but picked up 4 personal fouls in 18 minutes. That means he's slow. That means he can't get in front of the ball handler. And, the Wizards are young. They're young and they have lively legs. They got this guy, Keyshawn George. Marvin Bagley III was cooking the Knicks. Look, he finished with 18 points and 11 rebounds. He was a plus 25 himself. Justin Champagnie, was he the brother who was at St. John's? He finished with 10 points, a plus 32. Bub Carrington didn't miss a bucket in his 14 minutes. Trey Johnson, the new rookie that they got, the 6th pick. In his 14 minutes, he was 4 of 7, 2 of 4 from the three-point line. He finishes with 10 points and a plus minus of a plus 19. That trio completely cooked our trio. It's embarrassing to look at it, honestly. The Knicks were embarrassed at home, as it says down there, 120-103. And that scoreline doesn't really tell how embarrassing it truly was. Look at this. This was the lead tracker. The Knicks were once down by 36. They had, early in the game, they had a 3-point lead, and then boom, that was it. 1 lead change the whole game. And then you look at the team comparisons here. You can see the Knicks were out-rebounded, 46-34, as I mentioned. The Wizards got 31 assists. The Knicks got 24 assists. That's actually, I believe that's a preseason high for the Knicks. Wizards had 9 steals. We only had 4 blocks. We only had 2 blocks. We committed 18 turnovers. Yeah, we were fumbling the ball all around. Deuce, his handle was getting kind of loose out there. He got his pocket picked twice in a row. Not oh yeah, pretty much within a minute. He got picked twice. We allowed the Wizards to shoot 53.7%, and we only shot 44.4% overall. 3-point line, we got off to a scorching hot start. We had hit 6 of 13. We were shooting, 48% from the 3-point line, 46% from the 3-point line, and then went completely cold and shot only. We shot. Where was this note here? We went cold, and anyway, I can't find it right. Oh, we missed 10 of the next 11 3-point attempts. We were able to recover a little bit when we made a little bit of a run. Like we went on that 15-0 run, and then they went on another run later on to bring this thing down they were down 36, to finishing now. What was the final score? We were minus 17. So we shaved off 19 points of that deficit. That's how embarrassing this thing was. And the free throw shooting was pretty dismal, 60%. Both teams under 70% right there. I don't have highlights for you guys, but I have Mike Brown's post-game comments, which we're going to get to right now.
Starters did not bring the energy. This is probably a worse basketball game overall, and we did it in spurts. We weren't very good to start the game. We weren't very good to start the third quarter. I thought that the guys coming off the bench, they did a great job. Tyler gave us great minutes. I thought Garrison, Trey, even Kevin, Alex, Mo. I mean, I can go down. Tosan was really good for us out on the floor, and they didn't really do anything tricky. They were just in the right spot defensively. They tried to play the way that we've been playing throughout the preseason, every day in practice, and it showed at times to be very good basketball. Offensively, again, we didn't do anything different when that second group came in. The guys just spaced the floor. They tried to play with pace. It wasn't there all the time, but they tried to do it. They tried to touch the paint, space the floor the right way, and get off it at the right times. A couple of times we over-dribbled here and there, but we have to do better collectively we needed to do better collectively as a unit when it came to doing the little things, starting with boxing out. We weren't great at it. Defensively, we weren't great in our shifts, and we've been pretty darn good in those two areas so far, but we weren't great in our shifts, and that's why guys were rolling down the paint and catching the ball and getting lobs and dunking it and all that other stuff. Great film to learn from, because we made a lot of mistakes that have been uncharacteristic of who we are so far. Even in practice, we've played a lot better than this in terms of understanding what we're trying to do offensively and defensively. But great learning experience. We'll all grow from it and hopefully take a step forward instead of just thinking we took a step backwards because we didn't play well tonight. Our starters did not.
I mean, you could just hear the surprise and disappointment in his voice right there over this effort tonight. And to think that unit right there, other than Dadier, I mean, the other four are slated to be a key part of the bench rotation, and especially when you add Josh Hart. And I assume Huck Porty, depending on foul trouble for Kat and for Mitch, he's going to be getting some time. So for that starting unit to get as embarrassed on the court at MSG as they were, it's kind of shocking. It gives me pause, honestly. Yabusele, it's going to come. I could tell he played a lot of Euro basketball. He may be a little bit fatigued, but he'll get back in it. He was too good last year for the Sixers for him not to at least come near that or build upon it with the Knicks. And Clarkson is what Clarkson is. He's a streaky shooter, but he creates shots. He's able to penetrate into the defense, probe the defense, constantly probing, and he's shown to be a more willing passer than I had given him credit for. So I'm excited about that. And he gives you points, and you need that off the bench. Deuce, man, he was cold as ice, and so was Brogdon beginning this game. They couldn't buy a bucket in the first half. Deuce was 1 of 5, and Brogdon was 2 of 7. And Brogdon was really 1 of 6 until the very, very end. He made a bucket layup off the glass. It was, like I said, kind of shocking with their performance in that first half. Which let's see, Deuce was 2 points. That's all he had, and Brogdon had 4 points. And Deuce played almost 17 minutes, and Brogdon played over 15 minutes. And those two are supposedly the key guards for this team. Clarkson obviously is a guard, but he was listed here as a forward. The Knicks were really small. That's one thing. The lack of size, as I mentioned before, definitely crushed them. I mean, they were doubled up in rebounds in that first half alone. By the second half, things changed a bit. The Knicks actually equaled the Wizards' 22 rebounds with 22. And the Knicks actually won the second half. They outscored them 51-45. And that was that other unit that had Tyler KOLEK. And let me talk about Tyler KOLEK here. Here. Tyler KOLEK was the star of the game. That's right. He finished with 20 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, picked up a steal shot, 7 of 13, and he was a plus 10 in his 23 minutes of play. And it was during those minutes of play in that second half, especially in the fourth quarter, that the Knicks made that comeback, that run. Even Deuce benefited from that run. He was on the floor for that as well, but he still finished with a minus 10 in that second half. But that was because they had built up that 36-point lead, which was just completely shocking. But Deuce hit key back-to-back 3-point buckets. One is to end the third quarter, and the other one, or I guess they were both. No, they were both in the beginning of the fourth quarter. The first one, after going 0 for 7, he capped that 12-0 run with a 3-pointer, and then back-to-back, he hit another 3-pointer. Actually, the ball went out to the corner to Matthews, but Matthews saw that they were swinging the ball well. That's one thing. They were doing a lot of things well, but just the defense was just not there. It was non-existent. And the Wizards were shooting the lights out. You know, they were really hitting everything for a while there. But when the ball swung around, kicked out, I think it was Alex Len who kicked it out to the corner. Immediately, Matthews swung it over to Deuce because he was like, Deuce, you're the hot one. And then Deuce passed it back to him. Oh, wait, was it the other way? Like, oh, the ball got to Deuce, and Deuce passed it to Matthews. And Matthews like, no. You got the hot. You just hit a 3. He gave it right back to Deuce. Deuce went up, drained it, and that was great. And then it became a 15-0 run, which cut the deficit down to 19 points. So they shaved off, 17 points. At that run. That was with 11:04 to go in the game. But that was pretty much it. The Knicks couldn't get much closer after that. They played basically just swap baskets after a while. There was an impressive give and go between Alex Len and Mo Diawara, which is a really good example of Brown's new motion offense. So that was a nice little highlight. And Mo, in the first half, I think he played only a minute. I don't know what happened. I must have missed that. But he came in, he played 42 seconds, and immediately was yanked. And I think I heard Alan Hahn and Tyler, I think Tyler's his name, saying that Mike Brown gave him a talking to. So I don't know what happened, but when he finally came into the second half, he drained his first shot, which was a 3-pointer, after a nice spray from KOLEK to Gary Bird, which then swung it over to Mo Diawara. Oh, my light went out again. I think this light is starting to die more. It's not holding its charge as long as it used to. That is really... Oh, well. Still looks good here. Okay. So, but he was the star of the game. And this was probably, honestly, I can't recall another game of Tyler KOLEK's in a Knicks uniform that was as good and productive as this one. I can't. He was doing all kinds of moves out there. I barely even had any notes about him as the game wore on, but I was just thoroughly impressed by his game. And also, to point out, Pacome Dadier Came out, and while the Knicks had the only lead the Knicks had was because of Pacome Dadier, who drained his first three confidently from the left corner, just went up, drained it, and then I think another 2 possessions afterwards, he drained the 3 from the right corner, shot it confidently, it looked nice. Unfortunately, he didn't finish that efficiently. I mean, he was 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, so he hit his first 2 and then missed the next 4. So that Mr. Streaky there, but he did pick up 6 rebounds. He had an active body out there. I like that. He battled for some boards. He did commit 1 turnover, but turnovers, they were a problem. Clarkson, 4 turnovers for him in 21 minutes. Deuce, 3 turnovers. I already talked about getting his pocket picked twice. His handle was getting loose. After all this talk about his handle tightening up, maybe, I don't know, maybe he started to get a little too fancy. Maybe he got in his head. Maybe he heard people talking about it. But, you know, McCullough had 3 turnovers. Jamison had a couple turnovers. But I'll say this, Tucson, Ibowan, he's an interesting player. There's something about him. Every time he's on the court, positive things happen for the Knicks. He was the high man with a plus 17. He got 7 points in 16 minutes, hit all 3 of his buckets, including 1 3-pointer. He missed all 4 of his free throws, though. So he's got to hit his free throws. Got 3 rebounds, had an assist. I don't know. I don't know where he couldn't fit on this roster, but he's definitely going to, somebody should pick him up. This guy's going to be good. Maybe he'll go to Westchester. Not sure. But Alex Len, even though you look at the final stat line here, let's go here. Alex Len, I don't even know how this happened, but he finished with a plus minus of +3. Only had 2 points. He missed an easy bucket. It was a great pass from, I think it was McCullough. McCullough made some nice passes, actually, in this game. He made a sweet pass to Len for a dunk. And that was the one bucket that Len got, and it just shows off Kevin McCullough's court vision. My stock on him is rising on Kevin McCullough. He would be a nice addition to this roster. Not sure how he will fit, but I liked what I saw from him. And he also made another nice pass later on. Where was that? Yes. He made a nice pass by McCullough off of a baseline drive to Jamison for a layup. And Jamison is another guy with a nice live body. Like Coach Brown says, a lot of verticality to him. He's what did he finish? He finished with 5 rebounds. He did have 3 personal fouls and 2 turnovers, but he finished with 9 points, hit all 3 of his buckets, but missed. Oh no, he had 2. He had 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Sorry, but he finished a plus 11. So the plus players were Tyler Kolek plus 10, Jamison plus 11, Len a plus 3, which was shocking because I thought he was atrocious and he was out there on the floor when the Knicks were getting their butts whipped. I'm shocked that happened. Mo Diawara only played 6 minutes, but he finished a plus 9. And as I mentioned, Tosan a plus 17, and then Matt Ryan only played 8.5 minutes. He was a plus 5. He didn't score any points. And then you look at, but even the other players, or the bench of the bench, Garrison Matthews in his 19 plus minutes, 6 points. But only 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. He finished just a -1, and McCullough finished just a -1. He played 23 minutes. He played the most off the bench, but 8 points, 3 of 6 overall. He had 1 of his 3 3-point attempts, buried his free throw. I liked what I saw from him, but generally the lack of size is what really killed the Knicks tonight. Absolutely destroyed the Knicks tonight. All right, I think I've talked enough about this game. I mean, look at that, 120 to 103. All the starters sat. But I am very disappointed in Malcolm Brogdon in this game, along with Jordan Clarkson. Even though when you look at Clarkson's number, I mean, he ended up 4 of 11 overall, but he hit 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. But only 1 rebound, no assists, 4 turnovers, 12 points in 21 minutes, a minus 29. That is brutal. And Gershon, you haven't even talked about him, right? Look, 11 points from him. He was, shot 40% from the three-point line, 50% overall, but just defensively, I don't think that. I mean, I guess you can play him as a small ball 5 if you have Cat on the floor, because his size is tremendous and he will get the rebounds no matter what. He's a fantastic rebounder, but he cannot be. What is he? 6'8" at the most. We got cooked. I mean, Marvin Bagley. I mean, abused him. Totally abused him. Actually, this is only the first quarter I'm looking at. Here we go. Marvin Bagley totally abused him in his 24 minutes. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 7 of 8 from the field. I mean, Gershon had no answer for Marvin Bagley. That's concerning. So this concept that Gershon is going to be your backup 5, I don't think that's going to work out in the long run, honestly. I got a feeling that is wishful thinking. There might be against certain teams, maybe it's possible, but in general, I don't think so. You just don't have enough size out on the court. I mean, look at these numbers. He was the worst on the team in plus minus with a minus 33 in 23 minutes of play. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, as I mentioned before, memberships are now available. We've just launched it. We launched it over the weekend. If you want to support the Knicks-Verse, please join. I would tremendously appreciate it. I know how much big fans everybody is, and if you love the passion and the debates on here, and diving deep into everything orange and blue, this is the place. This is your place. Join the Knicks-Verse community today. The link is in the channel. You go to the channel page and you'll see a join button there, and you get exclusive access to members only videos, live chats. There's going to be members only shorts, which I'm excited about that a lot, because it'll be more of a I'll be able to communicate with you guys more directly when things are happening, because sometimes I can't get to do a video in time, and you'll be a part of shaping the conversation. Your support helps keep creating fresh, Knicks content, unfiltered content every single day. I'm going to try to do content every day almost, or every other day. I don't have corporate sponsors, so that's why your support would be tremendously appreciated. And if you can't support, that is cool. I understand. But you can definitely get your caps, get your gear, especially in time for the start of the season. The Knicks-Verse New York edition merch, I love it. I can't wait till more of it. I've ordered a bunch, and it's coming on its way. And I know a lot of people have already ordered a bunch, and I'm really excited to you guys, when you get your merch, send me a photo. Go on Instagram or just on Twitter. DM me. I want to see you guys look in your gear. Okay. Well, Knicks are now 3-1. Their next game, I believe, is Thursday. Whenever it is. The New York Knicks, the bench was exposed tonight, and Mike Brown saw it clearly, and I think he's a little concerned. So we shall see. Again, we are missing Josh Hart. Though I don't think Josh Hart would have played in this game anyway, because this game was about seeing what the guys who are fighting for those last spots can actually do. So if you're giving minutes to Josh Hart, then you can't see what they're doing. So I have a feeling that he would not have played anyway. But this was not impressive showing. Not an impressive showing for them. In fact, quite the reverse. Though there were definitely a couple of standouts, like I mentioned, Tyler KOLEK, and even Pacom Darie. Even though he was a minus 20. But think about this. He was the best of the starters in the plus minus by a considerable amount. So that's encouraging. And I do feel like one of those two guys are probably going to get traded, if not both. So this is the situation we're in. The season begins in about 9 days. Can't wait. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Turn on your notification bell, and I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go.